KGW TV, Channel 8, Portland. This is News 8 at 5, where news and information come first. Reported by Steve Knight, meteorologist Jack Capel, and Joe Becker with sports.
Good evening, I'm Steve Knight. Great news tonight for the Portland State Vikings.
This is KGW TV, Channel 8, Portland. This is News 8 at 11, where news and information come first. Reported by Kathy Smith, Pete Schulberg, meteorologist Jim Little with up-to-the-minute weather, and Scott Lynn with the latest in sports. And now, News 8 at 11.
Good evening.
This is News 8 at 11 with Pete Schulberg, Tracy Berry, meteorologist Jim Little with up-to-the-minute weather, and Scott Lynn with the latest in sports.
Good evening. There were more than a few scary moments tonight.
Today's news update is brought to you by the Mazda Dealers Association.
Good morning. It's 7:25 and 48 degrees. I'm Larry Shoup with this update from News 8.
KGW TV, Portland. Now, live from Portland, this is News 8 at 11.
Good evening. Jurors failed to reach a verdict tonight in the trial of 4 Los Angeles police officers.
You're watching KGW TV, Portland, the Northwest news leader, serving the Willamette Valley, Eastern Oregon, and Southwest Washington. This is News 8 at 11. Live at 5, this is KGW, Northwest News Channel 8. Live at 11, this is KGW, Northwest News Channel 8.
The picket lines are gone, and for now, so are the substitute teachers. But tonight, security guards remain posted outside schools in Sandy. In just about 8 hours.
Now, with Jen Benjamin and Carol Jensen, this is KGW, Northwest News Channel 8.
A Coast Guardsman who died during a...
From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at 11.
Snow lightly blankets the hills of Portland.
From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at sunrise.
From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at 7.
You're looking live as thousands of runners jam the streets of downtown Portland for the start of the 2006 Portland Marathon. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Jack Penning.
Where the news comes first, Northwest News Channel 8. This is breaking news.
And we do have some breaking news this afternoon. A big traffic accident.
From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at 10 on Pax.
A little bit worried about my car, actually.
From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at
11. Police say...
Now, back to Joe Donlin and Laurel Porter on Northwest News Channel 8.
A major development today in the case of a severely brain damaged...
From KGW, where the news comes first, this is Northwest News Channel 8 at 11.
A woman walks into a seaside hotel wondering who she is and how she got there. Now, police...
Now, back to Joe Donlin and Laurel Porter on Northwest News Channel 8.
Monica Lewinsky may have to answer.
Live in HD from the KGW studio on the square, this is News Channel 8 at sunrise.
And yes, it is a first for Portland and for us here at News Channel 8. After nearly a decade in the making, we are doing our show live from Portland's living room here in our new studio on the square. And good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at 4:30. I'm Russ Lewis.
And I'm Brenda Braxton.
From the KGW HD studios, News Channel 8 at 6:30 starts now.
Deadly quakes, killer tsunamis, and a typhoon. It's one natural disaster after another, and all in less than a day. Tonight, it's the great rush to save lives in the strike zones. Hello, I'm Tracy Berry.
And I'm Laurel Porter. Here is the latest.
From KGW in HD, it's live at 7.
I'm Stephanie Strickland. Welcome to Live at 7.
Live in HD from the KGW studio on the square. This is Live at 7.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Strickland.
From the KGW HD studios, where the news comes first. This is KGW News Channel 8 at 7, Decision 2008.
Welcome to the first News Channel 8 at 7, Decision 2008. For the next couple of months.
Breaking news, the Oregon Ducks planning an announcement on suspended running back LeGarrette Blount. What head coach Chip Kelly plans to discuss tomorrow about Blount's future.
Also a brutal murder in Corvallis, what we learned just hours ago about the suspect and the woman he's accused of beating to death.
And a day after surgery, a facial reconstruction patient speaks out why she calls the shotgun blast that disfigured her karma. I'm Laurel Porter.
And I'm Joe Donnelly. Get ready for 10 minutes of top stories. This is 10 at 10.
From the KGW HD studios, where the news comes first. News Channel 8 at 10 starts now on Northwest 32 TV.
Good evening. Tonight's 10 at 10 starts with breaking news. Oregon Ducks head coach Chip Kelly.
From the KGW HD studios, where the news comes first. News Channel 8 at 11 starts now.
It looks like a Costco on steroids, millions of dollars in seized merchandise.
Where the news comes first. From the KGW studio on the square, this is News Channel 8 at sunrise.
On a Friday morning, we're glad you're with us, everybody. 4:30 is our time.
KGW News Channel 8, where the news comes first. Your 4 o'clock news starts now. Now you're watching your 4 o'clock news with Stephanie Strickland and Reggie Akee.
It is 4:30.
Where the news comes first. News Channel 8 at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stephanie Strickland.
And I'm Reggie Akee. Here's the question we all want to know.
You're watching News Channel 8 at 4 with Stephanie Strickland and Reggie Akee.
Now at 4:30, it looks like some kind of deal is in the works to avert a partial government shutdown.
From KGW News Channel 8, where the news comes first, this is Breaking News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Donlin, live in the KGW News.
From KGW News Channel 8, where the news comes first, this is Breaking News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tracy Berry, live in the KGW newsroom.
Where the news comes first. News Channel 8 at 10 starts now on Portland's CW 32.
Good evening. Tonight's 10 at 10 starts with the night before the next president is elected.
Now from the night team, a traffic stop takes a terrifying turn.
And within minutes, I just heard bang, 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 bang.
A Vancouver officer left fighting for his life.
One of the worst nightmares that a chief could go through.
What we've learned about the two men police say shot one of their own.
It's a warm night as we get ready for the hottest day of the year so far. A heat advisory is on. I'll tell you if it will be a record high coming up.
Plus, watch a close encounter with a whale.
Where the news comes first. News Channel 8 at 11 starts now.
Gunshots rock a Vancouver neighborhood, leaving a police officer fighting for his life.
KGW, your home of the Blazers. News Channel 8 at 11 starts now.
Good evening. The night team starts with breaking news. The Blazers roar back to life at the Moda Center.
After 3 straight losses in the second round of the playoffs, they gave fans something to cheer about.
This is KGW News at sunrise.
Overnight thunderstorms spark grass fire.
This is KGW News at noon.
Now at noon.
This is KGW News at 4.
A hiker swept away.
This is KGW News at 5.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news.
This is KGW News at 6.
The wheels of a MAX train.
This is KGW News at 10 on Portland CW 32.
Good evening. We begin with a major bust on Jansen.
Now from the night team, attacked at home.
A man is stabbed in the back over and over, and whoever did it is on the loose tonight.
Remembering a local music legend. Portland artists mourn the loss of Norman Layden and talk about what made him the last of a rare breed.
Spotted, a cougar on the loose, where he might be hiding, and what's being done to keep neighbors safe. The night team is on right now.
This is KGW News at 11.
We begin tonight with an alarming attack in Beaverton.
Flames shoot through the roof of a warehouse. The rush to put them out before they spark dangerous chemicals inside.
It's the spot where a 15-year-old was hit and killed. I'll show you the changes coming to make Southeast Hawthorne safer.
A vandal caught on camera ransacking a Portland ad agency.
Religious freedom or discrimination?
But I couldn't participate in a ceremony that goes against what I believe.
An Oregon court decides if a local baker had the right to refuse a wedding cake for a lesbian couple.
Do you think an app can help you sleep? Maybe not. How sleep tracking aids can make you more restless.
A local animal rescue is devastated after a fire broke out in their barn.
The whole area was in flames, and I couldn't see them.
How you can help them recover. Your news starts now.
First tonight, big changes are coming to two of Portland's most dangerous streets. Thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Porter.
And I'm Joe Donlin. The first spot is on Hawthorne, where a 15...
This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us on Sunrise. I'm Ashley Korsland.
And I'm Brenda Braxton.
This is KGW News at noon.
This really,
This is KGW News at 5.
Now at 5, Bullseye versus Brown.
This is KGW News at 6.
First at 6, a warning for drivers in the Tualatin area. Someone is throwing objects at passing vehicles.
This is KGW News at 10 on Portland's CW.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a political stunner in Alabama.
A controversial campaign for Senate.
This is KGW News at 4.
Good afternoon. We begin with breaking news of a fire in Northeast Portland. It started on the Grant High School campus, which is being remodeled. KGW's Mike Bennett just arrived at Northeast 36th Avenue.
Remembering a pioneer, philanthropist, and an icon.
He redefined what big thinking was.
How the world is remembering Paul Allen, plus a look back at his legacy.
Fed up with fighting after a weekend slugfest downtown, how Mayor Ted Wheeler plans to tackle future violent rallies.
It is difficult to imagine life without a computer, and that's thanks in great part to the life and ingenuity of Paul Allen.
It's pretty scary. I mean, I never seen that before.
Now at 11, a plane lands in the middle of a busy State Route 14. What forced the pilot to make this kind of emergency landing?
The water's moving quick and you add the cold temperatures, it's a recipe for something bad to happen.
And emergency responders issuing a warning after a man drowns in the Lewis River. Don't let what looks like calm waters fool you. And the Blazers season ends in a sweep in the Big Easy. Orlando Sanchez breaks down what went wrong and where the Blazers go from here.
It is our top story tonight. A plane on SR-14 in Vancouver. A wild sight for sure for drivers who are just trying to stay out of the way. It happened just before 5 tonight. Officials say that plane lost power, forcing the pilot to make an emergency landing.
No one was injured. We talked with a man who was driving on the highway when all of a sudden people in front of him started slamming on their brakes.
Coverage you can count on. News 8.